Now let's meet today's starters. First, visiting Crusaders. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior from Cochran, Mississippi, number 24, Rose Warren. Also at guard, 5'10" sophomore from Biloxi, Mississippi, number 30, Janelle Corky. Starting at forward, 5'10" sophomore from Cochran, Mississippi, number 20, Jen Erica. Also forward, 5'6" sophomore from Cochran, Mississippi, number 23, Leah Sutton. And rounding out the Crusaders starting lineup, at forward, a 6-foot senior from Taylorsville, Mississippi, number 33, Colton Blakeney. Crusaders are led by Tracy English, assisted by Jessica Garrett and Peyton Bob. And now, the starting lineup for your Middle Georgia State University Knives. Starting at guard, 5'9" junior for Dublin, Georgia, number 4, Brianna McCray. Also at guard, 5'5" junior for Libya Springs, Georgia, number 12, India Johnson. Also at guard, 5'9" junior for Smyrna, Georgia, number 15, Keontae Robbins. Starting at forward, a 5'8" junior from Atlanta, Georgia, number 25, Layla Hurd. And at the other forward, a 5'10" senior from Airman, Alabama, number 23, Zakiria Johnson. The Knights are led by Anderson Lagan, assisted by Freddie Powell. And it's time for MGA basketball.
You heard it right there, folks. It is time for Middle Georgia State University basketball. Starting off today, a quiet, rainy Monday with some women's basketball here in Cochran, Georgia. I'm Joe Copshow bringing you through this one. It's an exciting matchup between your Knights and the visiting William Carey Crusaders. The Crusaders undefeated on the season. A unique opportunity for a Knights team that's in a little bit of a rut to explode out of it and get a huge win. Your Knights in their purple and whites, the visiting Crusaders in their black and reds, and we're ready to get underway here in Cochran, Georgia. Opening tip won by the Crusaders, gathered in by Rose Warren as she'll settle into the offense. Swung to the elbow, now 15-footer, thrown down low, back out to the corner, first three of the game. Too strong. McCray comes up with the rebound, but instantly Crusaders surround her and get a jump ball. The tie-up possession arrow in favor of the Knights gives them an opportunity on offense for the first time today. Zakiria Johnson spots up for a three. Off the front iron, gathered back in, offensive rebound by Hurd. McCray able to move it back to the point where it'll sit with Rollins. Zakiria Johnson with it. Hurd. She takes a step back, blocked, and gathered in by Sutton. She'll run the floor. Gives it off. Chance at a three instead of hop step, pass back to the point. Good ball movement. No open lanes, good defense from the Knights. Entry pass taken away. Only 12 seconds left in the shot clock. Still nothing going, and finally the pass picked off by Hurd. One of the better defensive possessions, but right on the other end, a quick turnover coming in from Rollins' bounce pass. Crashing towards the hoop, drawing the foul. The Crusaders will go to the line, a chance to get their first points of the game.
Nice foul number 12, India Johnson, her first, team's first.
And folks, we're gonna just go back to the pregame graphic here, as it looks like camera's having a little bit trouble connecting today. First free throw is made as Rose Warren, the senior guard out of Mississippi, and specifically a Southern Miss transfer, excellent at the line. She only cashes the first, though. And the Knights will go to work on offense. Again, apologize, folks, for the lack of camera. Hurd takes a couple steps in, kicks back out. Now Rollins with a head of steam. Pop. Shot won't go. Off the front rim, back rim, and out. And William Carey a chance to really get their offense started. This team known for a potent offense, but early the Knights doing work. Turnaround jumper, about 5 feet, won't go. Rollins gathers in the rebound, but gets tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Crusaders. Ball will stay with them on this side of the floor.
Jump ball stays with the Crusaders.
Quick inbound play, layup right off the pass underneath, converted, and it's 3-0. On the other end, long two. First points of the game go to Layla Hurd for the Knights as she spots up around 18 feet. Trying to get down the floor quickly, the Crusaders throw a pass out of bounds, and now India Johnson trying to take advantage of the chaos, getting down the floor quickly. She gives it off to Hurd. Hurd passes up the jump shot, crashes in, kicks out. McCray for three, too strong. Gathered in by the Crusaders as Sutton gives it off. Rose Warren cuts in. She goes up with it, able to just kick it out for a pass. Three on the other end, too strong again. And everyone perhaps a little too many arm workouts this week as these threes sailing long. Spot up three, Zakiria Johnson won't go. Rollins on defense, manning up Sutton. Sutton gives it off. Down low, good mismatch here for the Crusaders, and it's converted by Corpus. 5-2, about 3.5 minutes in. India Johnson gives it off to Zakiria. She swings it to the corner. Back, she's got space. Her three won't go. Good looks from the three-point line right now, but no one really able to convert on either side. Crusaders stop up. Ball in the hands of Rose Warren. She looks over her options before dropping it off to Corpus. Design play doesn't work, and now only 8 seconds left in the shot clock. It dips to 5. The three left open. Cash. Jenna Garriga gets on the board with the deep ball, and now William Carey starting to find their head of steam as they're up 8-2. India Johnson back to Rollins. Rollins calls for a screen, picks it up from Hurd. She'll throw it to Zakiria. Just 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Finally, the ball gets down low. Hurd goes up with it. It's blocked right back down. No shot clock reset, and there'll be 4 seconds on the clock. India Johnson scans. Zakiria climbs the ladder to bring it in. 1 second. She chucks it up just off the rim. Quick whistle on the Crusaders' possession as they crash inside and able to draw the foul.
Next foul number 23, Zakiria Johnson, her first team.
Zakiria Johnson picks it up.
Going to the line, shooting two.
As again, folks, I apologize for the camera. It just looks a bit off today. At the line, shooting two, Colton Blakeney. She'll make her first. Blakeney really the co-star of this team along with Corpus. Both average around 15 points per game. She'll make both at the line. And we'll have our first substitution for the Knights as checking on Chloe Pollock. Zakiria Johnson will head off. This has really one of the few times the Knights don't have a true center or forward on the floor. It's almost like a 5-guard lineup. Hurd will act as the forward, banging away down low, tries to kick out, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last off the hand of a Crusader, so India Johnson will inbound from the baseline. 5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Rollins thought she had the three, but ends up swinging all the way back around to India Johnson, who does catch the three. And just like that, the lead split to 5. William Carey up 10-5 here early in the first. Next whistle will have a timeout. The mismatch down low leads to a travel. Cuevas had plenty of room in the size mismatch, but couldn't take advantage. And as said, that will lead to our first pause of the game. We'll be back shortly. We're back here in Cochran, Georgia. Hurd crashes towards the rim, baseline drive, picks up the foul, and will head to the line for 2.
Crusaders foul number 15, Dede Cuevas, her first, team's first. On the line, shooting 2, Layla Hurd.
Hurd has come on strong for these Knights as kind of a second half of the year starter, making multiple starts in a row. Shoots just about 55% from the line, but that'll go up a bit after she makes both. And William Carey right off the inbound with a head of steam. Now stopped up, swinging the rock around the three-point arc, still nothing open. Now baseline drive, Rollins leans one way, the Crusaders go the other, and an easy layup converted by Gallup. McCray to Rollins, over to India Johnson. She dribbles between 4 defenders, eventually thrown to the corner, spot up 3, hard off the back iron. Hurd, good job to go up for the rebound and draw the foul. Good job to high point that ball, put the body on the line, and reset shot clock for the Knights. And almost a whole new 5 will come on for the Knights. By almost a new 5, that means 4. Zakiria Johnson, Lila Lowry, Kyla Raven, and Sidereal Oliver come in. India Johnson, the lone woman on the floor from the past lineup. And hey, the changes work out. Zakiria Johnson immediately spots up, drain the 3, and the Knights only down 2. This is a dream start for Middle Georgia State University against an undefeated team. Down low, Sidereal Oliver, D's up, gets the rebound. Good defensive possession, although thrown right back away as a sneaky steal from Randall. She puts it up and in, and after what looked like a good defensive possession, the Crusaders still able to take advantage. And again, on the steal, Randall running the floor. Layup, no good, but a blocking foul on India Johnson. She thought she drew the charge. Refs disagree, and she'll head to the line for two. This will eventually be a whole lineup switch for the Crusaders. The only player remaining in is Randall, who sits at the charity stripe. Her first hard off the front iron. Her second hits every part of the rim and rolls in. She'll check out, and back comes on Rose Warren in the starters. McCray to inbound, full court press coming in. And that's a change from what we usually see from the Knights. Able to break past the mid-line, but immediately turn it over after it couldn't be brought in by Raven. Looked like a good break of the press, but last second it falls apart, and now the Crusaders a chance to extend their lead. Down low, size mismatch, turnaround, spot up, jumper falls. Corpus, mentioned one of the co-stars of this Crusaders team, an excellent finish at the rim. Lowry scans, fires, Pollock, the same. She gets it back. She's got room. Instead, she'll try and dish it off, but it's tipped out of bounds, and the Knights will have 13 seconds to operate. Pollock to the corner, McCray gives it away, stolen by the Crusaders, and Leah Sutton spots up on the other end, waiting for the cross-court pass. Instead, it gets to Corpus. There it finally gets to Sutton. But a tipped pass on the way breaks down the play. Instead, the other side for Warren won't go. A 100 seconds remain here in this first quarter. 17-10 in favor of the visiting William Carey University. McCray cuts in. Raven, top of the key, gives it off to Pollock. Only 5 seconds remain. Zakiria Johnson, corner three, pure. Zakiria Johnson starting to find her stroke from beyond the arc, and it's a 4-point game. Quickly inside for the Crusaders, block shot, rebound, offensive. Sutton brings it in, kicks it around. Eventually out to three, the Crusaders unable to answer. Another offensive rebound, third chance points, finally make it in. Rose Warren for a long two. 6-point game now. Pollock with it. She's got to dribble if she wants it. Instead, just passes it off to McCray. Bounce pass to Pollock. Inside, Raven fouled on her shot. Spotted up from the charity stripe, and refs say a bit of contact, and she'll head to the line for two. Raven on the year, just 14 free throw attempts. She's made a good 60% of them after she makes that one. And she'll make both on this trip, and the Knights just down 4. 25 seconds, shot clock turned off for the Crusaders. They will just go for one possession here. Smart play. Although the quick shot comes in and a very, very late whistle. Layla Hurd accused of hitting the elbow of Corpus on the turnaround jumper. She makes her first. 5-point difference now in this one. The second, high off the rim and in, and now the Knights have a chance to try and score before the end of the first quarter. Pollock gathers it in off some chaos. Now Lowry, she kicks it over to Oliver, or excuse me, Johnson. Johnson's only got 5 seconds. Over to Pollock. She'll have to spot up, and she loses the ball. No shot gets up, and that is the end of the first 10-minute period. After the first, 21-15 in favor of William Carey. I'm Joe Kopsha. We'll be back after a short break. Back here in Cochran, Georgia, second quarter action. Knights start with the ball. Pollock kicks out, Hurd. Lowry, Zakiria Johnson, the shot won't go. Now Sutton with it. And the Crusaders will settle it down. Good pass inside. Rose Warren, one of the better passes we've seen in this gym this year. An excellent dish down low. Lowry off to Raven. Back to the top of the key, now at the charity stripe. Raven tries to get it down low, picked off, and the Crusaders will come the other way, led by Rose Warren. Fires it inside for Corpus. She gives it right back out. Long jumper, rolls around and out. Offensive board taken in. The second chance not made either. The third will finish inside. Good pass this time by Sutton inside. Finished off by Blakeney, but she didn't have to do much after that one was rifled in. Some crisp passing, and if you give this William Carey team multiple opportunities, they're going to take advantage every time. Hurd, baseline drive, tries to go up with it. It's blocked right back into her face, and eventually Corpus picks it up. Sutton spot up shot early in the shot clock. Why not? That'll come with an early whistle after a big run to start the second quarter. William Carey now up 12. We've only had 2 minutes of action in the second quarter. but it's been a big 2 minutes for the Crusaders. We'll take a short break and be right back here on the Middle Georgia State. Taking a look at the first 12 minutes played so far, William Carey University has been led by Corpus and Blakeney down low, 8 points and 6 points, respectively. The other side, Middle Georgia State's been led by Zakiria Johnson, who's made 2 3-pointers for her 6. She's already shot 7 times, 6 of them from beyond the arc. That's just 2 shots less than the rest of the team combined. Back here, play resumes. Zakiria Johnson will take her spot on the block. Now running towards the ball, provides an off-ball screen, receives it at the top of the key and gives it off to the point guard, India Johnson. She handles it, plays a little bit of catch with the Johnson counterpart. Rollins tries to get it inside. Hurd regains it, and eventually stolen away by the Crusaders. Sutton gets it on a bounce, dribbles back out. Blakeney, pop, won't go. McCray gives it off to India Johnson. Rollins scans, gets a screen from Hurd, finds no room and has to kick right back out. Hurd, she likes the baseline drive. This time will go wide, loses her handle, tosses to McCray. Now down low to Rollins. She throws one off the window. And a chance for the Crusaders to add to their run. Inside, Corpus gets it stolen away by India Johnson. Quick hands, and now she'll run the floor. She gets some room, but she has to dribble right back out to Zakiria Johnson. And again, the Knights will settle into their offense. Johnson with some room, spots up. Off the back iron, Hurd, good offensive rebound. She throws it up and almost tipped in by Zakiria Johnson. 4th chance points, eventually a foul comes in. A good job from the Knights to work the glass, get multiple opportunities, and it'll eventually end with one of their best free throw shooters at the line.
Number 20, Jenna Erica. Her first, team's first of the quarter. On the line, shooting 2, Zakiria Johnson.
27-15 here. After about 14 minutes. Zakiria Johnson trying to break a scoring drought. She'll have to wait until the second free throw. She's able to sink that one, so for the first time in this second quarter, the Knights are able to get on the board after an offensive possession that ended in success. Spot up 3-point shot. Looks good, won't be. Could have fallen off a high bounce, but ended up hitting a stanchion of the scoreboard, and that rules the ball dead. But looks like it had a chance. Instead, Knights ball. India Johnson. Rollins tries to blow by on the screen, but excellent defense from Ladner. McCray fakes the shot, drives in, crashes in hard. Circus layup won't go, but the blocking foul picked up. And McCray will head to the line for 2. The explosion McCray has off the dribble is one of the best in the NAIA. She'll miss the first free throw, but the hesitation on the shot and quick explosion to the rim allowed her to head to the charity stripe, but not much help there as she goes 0 for 2. 11-point difference. Crusaders trying to add on. Inside to Blakeney. She turns around, hard off the glass, won't roll in. Offensive rebound picked up. Now a second one. Blakeney fires it out. Corpus tries to run into one. She kicks out. Now fire down low to Sutton. Pretty pass. Finish not as good, and it's picked up by the Knights. William Carey has some rockets on their dimes. A dime here from Johnson. The 3 no good. And we're under 5 minutes left in the first half. Corpus gives it off, now down low. Blakeney tries to go to work. Instead, a spot-up 3 from the outside. Looked like foot was on the line, won't matter as it's missed, and a foul comes in on the defensive rebound from Rollins. And after a very explosive first 2 minutes of this quarter, we've only seen 1 point in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So all scoring has essentially stopped. The Knights looking to break that trend. The white and purple settle into their offense. Pollock dribbles, 2 defenders collapse. She has to give it up. Rollins crossover won't work. India Johnson has it poked away from her, and 20 seconds of the shot clock gone like that. McCray on the inbound. 10 seconds on the shot clock. It turns to 5. Johnson on the drive. Tries to get it down low to Rollins. Rollins has to do something with it. Instead, shot clock violation. Could have been a kicked ball down low. Instead, William Carey gets possession after a very good defensive stand. Slowing everything down are the Crusaders. Sutton from the point. She travels. Ooh, off-ball foul. I thought Sutton dragged your feet. Instead, an illegal screen on Corpus. Pick your poison. The refs choose the off-ball screen, and it's back to the Knights. Pollock had a chance at the 3, instead to McCray. McCray kicks it off back to Pollock. India Johnson, good ball movement, ends with an open 3, won't go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Crusaders ball. We've now gone over 4 minutes with just 1 point being scored by either team. The offenses have gone silent. A chance to break it here for Corpus. She hangs in the air and gets it to go soft off the front rim. The Crusaders hoping that spark of offense gets them in the driver's seat a bit more as Hurd's tripped up. I believe that is the 5th foul, and because of that number, Hurd will head to the line to shoot 2. Her first is good. As mentioned, Hurd's come on late in the season as an everyday starter, and again, proving why today. Already 5 points in this matchup. And she does great work from the line. Now 6 points, 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Also for just sitting around 5'8", the forward excellent on the offensive glass, has 2 offensive rebounds to begin today. chance to add more as we have 23 minutes left in this one. Asia Freeman checks in for her first minute. She's on defense. She tries to reach in as Corpus hangs in the air, but the foul comes on Zakiria Johnson, and she asked the ref what she's supposed to do there as Corpus was fading away. Didn't look like too much contact, but enough to draw the foul call.
On the line, shooting 2, Shimino Corpus. Returning for the Crusaders, Rose 1.
Corpus already sits at 10 points. Now at 11 as William Carey hits 30. She has 11 and 5 so far, a good start to her day. She'll stick at 11, at least for now, as the Knights gather in the rebound and Asia Freeman charges down the floor. She loses her handle. It's picked up by Warren, and she'll do the same. She kicks out for 3, spot up shot, won't go. Zakiria Johnson crashes in, Hurd able to pick up her first defensive rebound. And it'll end up with McCray slowing down the offense, giving it off chest pass to India Johnson. Hurd with it, double teamed. India Johnson gets one to fly by. She crashes in, and the foul comes in on Warren. Dede Cuevas actually picks up the foul. Not too sure where she was even on the floor in that play. But that is Cuevas' 3rd foul, so she will likely sit for the rest of the half. First free throw made as the Knights approach 20, trying to get back just down single digits and try and build some momentum before halftime. Those 2 free throws were help as India Johnson sinks both. She's got 5 points on the day. Warren, bounce pass, gets it right back, charges to the rim, and she's left wide open. Just too strong on the offensive board. Again, both good looks, but too strong off the glass. India Johnson flies in, kicks it to Freeman. Freeman kicks out Hurd. Spot up jumper, won't go. Good look, but not able to cash it in, and now we're under 2 minutes left in the half. No one on Blakeney. It's now McCray, size mismatch. She'll use it to her advantage. Spin, duck, up and under, and she gets 2 more points to her total. Don't want to leave the 6-foot forward open like that, especially with how good she is backing down defenders when she needs to. Zakiria Johnson tries her hand at it, splits both Blakeney and Corpus, and gets those 2 points right back. 32-22, 10-point game. Rose tries to blow by again, this time Freeman right there with her. Corpus with it. Couple arms reach in. She drives to the rim hard. Able to get by Zakiria Johnson. Fall backwards, put it off the glass for 2. And the offense is coming alive here at the end of the second quarter. Zakiria Johnson now. She'll try her hand down low. Nice touch, falling away. Blakeney as good on defense as she is offense, but Zakiria Johnson puts in some work and gets another basket on the board. She sits at 11 points. 34-24. Crusaders opt to go with 1 possession here instead of the 2-for-1, and they'll slow it down. Warren off to the elbow. Down low to Blakeney, and Blakeney takes advantage on the turnaround jumper again. Now 10 seconds for the Knights to answer. India Johnson off to Zakiria Johnson, back to India. She'll charge in, floater will roll around and go in. The Knights will go into half down 10 after both offenses come alive at the end of the second quarter. Halftime score, Crusaders up 36-26. You have to think Middle Georgia State University in a good spot. William Carey, an undefeated team on the season. You're within striking distance. We'll see more from the white and purple after a All right, folks, still about a minute and a half before we come back for second half action, but let's take a look back at the first half. It was dominated at the start of the second quarter by William Carey University, and that's really why we have the difference we are at of 10 points. Of course, the Crusaders leading 36-26, but they've done so mostly through their work down low, and it's been Corpus and Blakeney. Combined 23 points, Corpus 13 of them. She also has 6 boards and 2 assists, a very efficient day for her so far. On Middle Georgia State's side, only 4 players have scored. They've had 10 touch the floor, but less than half getting a ball in the bucket. Right now led by Zakiria Johnson with 11. She started off hot with those 2 3-pointers, but since then has gotten work inside, helping her to get over that double-digit mark. India Johnson at 7, Hurd at 6. The only other scorer, Raven, at 2. That's what has us where we are in this one. As right now, the William Carey University Crusaders up a substantial amount, but as I was saying at the end of the first half, this is really striking distance for the Middle Georgia State University Knights. Not a horrible position to be in. You're still right in this game, a good start to the half, and this game could be tied in no time. Of course, have to have a good start. So we'll see what this game has in store. And as mentioned, the Crusaders 17-0 on the season. So the Knights have their work cut out for them, certainly, but a chance to maybe give a conference rival their first loss of the season. We are officially underway in the second half as the Crusaders start with the ball, and they will get it moving around the 3-point arc. Warren with it. She drives in, gets some space. No foul coming in. Head coach Tracy English looking for the call, but none made, and the Knights, their first chance on offense. Good pass to Zakiria Johnson. She's unable to convert, but Hurd gets the offensive rebound. Now India Johnson for 3. High off the back rim. And it'll be in favor of the Crusaders after hitting the rope that holds the backboard up. So both teams, one possession into the second half, come up with nothing. Crusaders, their second opportunity starts with Corpus. She kicks it out, now back down low to Blakeney. She turns around and will have a chance at the 3-point play after it kisses off the glass. Foul comes in on Hurd. Blakeney from Taylorsville, Mississippi, the transfer from Northwest Mississippi Community College. As mentioned, Worth Corpus, the co-star of this team. Those forwards do such excellent work. She misses the chance at a 3-point play, but sits at 12 points on the game. India Johnson leads her team down the court. She'll head to the corner while Rollins gets to work. She cuts inside. Her underhand floater won't go. It was a good look, but had to throw up an interesting shot with the Crusaders collapsing and couldn't get it to go. Mismatch here, but offensive foul. Good job by India Johnson to hit the hardwood and draw the foul as Corpus had the size mismatch. That was 5-10 on 5-5, and maybe that 5-5 a bit generous. So Corpus had what she wanted, but a smart play by Johnson, who gets it back on the offensive side now. She cuts in, dribbles between 2 defenders, but Warren keeps her out. Now the baseline drive. She gives it off to Zakiria Johnson. Her basket won't count. So India Johnson will have to inbound from beneath her own basket. Was a smart play from Johnson to baseline drive and give it off to the counterpart Johnson, who now spots up. Long 2. foot on the line. A chance maybe with a smaller shoe size, a three-pointer, but the Knights get their first basket of this second half. Turnaround for Corpus. Now she'll head to the line for a three-point play. Same exact look, just opposite side of the block that Blakeney just had and was able to convert. These forwards just do such a good job of turning around, hanging in the air, drawing the contact, and finishing strong. And if that is not belief in a team, I don't know what is. Head coach Tracy English just had a full team huddle while Corpus was shooting the free throw. If she had missed, the Knights would have had a chance to run the floor, but instead she made it, and now she gets the steal. She drops it off, reverse layup won't go. It's tipped to India Johnson, and now the Knights with numbers. Rollins open layup, misses. Zakiria Johnson kicks to India Johnson. Her tougher layup won't go. Zakiria Johnson able to get it right back. She's trapped in the corner, able to bounce past to Rollins. Her turnaround, foul, and she'll head to the line.
Crusaders foul number 20, Jenna Garriga, her second. Team's third, number line, shooting 2, counting.
Already 3 fouls on William Carey to start this second half. So foul trouble on deck for them. Luckily for the Crusaders, no one in extreme foul trouble. Dede Cuevas has 3, and we haven't seen her since about 3 minutes left in the first half. Black and red settling down. Screens on opposing sides. Neither taken. Instead, Blakeney rolls down low, picks and pops. Converts on the about 8-foot jumper. And everything right now going right for William Carey. India Johnson, offensive rebound in the corner. She'll cut in, tries to give it off to Hurd. A little bit of fire on that pass. Hurd couldn't handle it. It's a turnover, and William Carey, another chance to add on to their lead. Point guard Schur, really the backup point guard to Warren, who recently checked out. Back to the point. Blakeney off to Corpus. Now kicked out. Sure, her three-pointer won't go. Corpus hard on the offensive glass. And it looked like Zakiria Johnson got a hand up towards the face. That brings in the foul. Rose Warren checks back in. Now she'll be the inbounder below the basket. She scans her options. She gets it down low to Corpus. It doesn't get much easier than that. A screen frees her up, and it's thrown off the glass for 2 more. A 15-point lead now for William Carey. Zakiria gives it off to Rollins. Out to Hurd. Hurd uses the body, gets down low, and fires it right into Warren's hands. Now she'll drive. India Johnson tries to draw the charge, no whistle, and it's put back up by Blakeney. And it's a 17-point lead now for William Carey, and it seems like all the air and momentum and anything in favor of the Knights has kind of been sucked out of Morris Gymnasium. And seeing that, a timeout comes in from the bench. So the Knights' first time out of the half comes about 4 minutes and 10 seconds in. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Sometimes there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past.
after the timeout. Knights to inbound, and they'll try and really open up the scoring here. It's been mostly from the free throw line to start this second half. Rollins drives in, gets some space on the turnaround. Looked good, but popped out. And now Warren running the floor with a head of steam. She gives it off. Not cleanly, though. It's kicked back out. Blakeney, the assist, as a tough finish from Scher. The dish from Warren was good, but the Knights able to get a hand on it. Blakeney, all 4 points on the ground, was able to get it out to Scher, who was able to convert. And now it's almost a 20-point difference. Through 5 minutes, the Crusaders have been able to essentially double their lead, as an off-ball foul comes in on Scherer. That is the 5th foul of the second half. Excuse me, 4th foul. As McCray will drive in off the inbound. Good layup. Goes with the far hand to avoid the reach from the forward down low and puts it in for 2. Blakeney goes up to get it. Now looks for options outside. Able to get there. Baseline drive. Scher crashing in. Won't go. India Johnson picks up the rebound. She's surrounded by Corpus and Scher. Able to break out of it. Hurd. And now only a couple seconds left. The ball out on William Carey. And 21 seconds on the shot clock.
That was the first called timeout.
We've dipped under 5 minutes here, so we'll have a media timeout. Score sits 49-32 in favor. Knights to inbound. They cannot inbound in the backcourt. They have to inbound towards the offensive side of that half line with only 1 second remaining. And it seems like the Knights didn't get the message, as they inbound to Rollins, who is sitting on the three-point line and unable to get past the line in that 1 second allotted. The whistle is blown, and it's a turnover in favor of William Carey. Warren with it. Not blowing up the stat sheet today, but maybe the highest usage of any player on the floor. Over to Sutton on the other side. Blakeney's got some room. She's got the one-on-one. Instead, she dips out to Scher, who fires up a good three-pointer. And just like that, the Crusaders hit that 20 mark as they're up 52-32. Rollins to Raven. Raven tries to get it down low to Hurd. Good cut. She can't finish, but gets the foul on the hand and will head to the line for 2. And Hurd's had a good day from there, 4 of 4. And the Knights overall, a great day from the line. Something that will always make a head coach happy. 11 of 14, now 12 of 15. It's been a very evenly played game. The only difference really is just the work in the paint that William Carey University has done. really, if you look at any other stat, it wouldn't suggest that the difference is 19 points. But the points in the paint gives away the whole story, as Sure drives to the basket and picks up the foul. 28-6 in favor of the Crusaders of points in the paint. Only other notable statistic that the Crusaders are heavily leaning in is steals and points off those steals. They have 10 steals, while Middle Georgia State only has 1. As the lead back up to 20. Now to 21, the biggest lead of the day so far, as Sure converts on both free throws. And now the Knights need to answer quickly and at least a couple times to try and get momentum back on their side and make this a manageable game in the fourth quarter. Rollins cuts in. Her floater off the glass won't go. Offensive rebound gathered in by Raven. She kicks out to McCray. Rock is swung to Johnson, who spots up for 3. Pure. That's the way to do it, and you hope for the Knights that builds some momentum. Now they'll settle in on defense. McCray on Warren, the matchup within the matchup all day. Instead, it's at the elbow, back to Sutton at the point. She can blow by a defender if she wants to. Instead, she'll pick it up and give it off to Sure, who's the hot hand as of late. Down low, fighting. Cuevas travels. The second time she's done that today. 18 points. The difference in this one, and the Knights maybe with the momentum now. Johnson on Warren. Johnson off to Hurd in the corner. She gets it down low to Raven. Back to Hurd. A little bit of catch before Hurd. Baseline drive. Gets fouled. She'll head to the line, and as mentioned, a good day from there. She split her last trip, but before that was perfect. 5 of 6 in total now, and I just mean a great day. The Knights being led by Zakiria Johnson with her 13, but Hurd with 7 and 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. She misses the first. And an unsuccessful trip from the line. Cutting in, Sutton. She gets trapped up, and then everyone leaves her alone. She misses the layup, and while trying to scramble for a rebound, Warren picks up the foul. The Knights will keep possession, and with being in the bonus, they'll shoot 2 from the line. And again, the Knights in the bonus. We saw that at the end of the first, and yet no Crusader really in foul trouble. The fouls just evenly split amongst everyone. As the first free throw is converted. Cuevas the only one with 3. Everyone else with 2 or less. Split trip at the line, and Sure brings in the rebound, and William Carey University a chance to try and answer back at a game that's recently been all night. Still a big advantage for William Carey University. Sure, crossover, hesitation, drives in. It's eventually sent away, but picked right back up. Turnaround shot. Dede Cuevas able to convert on the one-arm hook. Down low. Raven now at the charity stripe. Gets it taken away. Warren almost picks it up, but it gets out to India Johnson. She's feeling it, but just off on that three-pointer. And 90 seconds remain here in this third quarter. The black and red explode towards the basket with Warren. She kicks back out. Cuevas, spot-up shot won't go. Gathered in by Hurd. Will give it off to the point guard, Johnson. And the Knights trying to build momentum before this fourth quarter. Johnson slashes in, draws the foul. She'll head to the line for 2. And if it seemed like I said that a lot today, it truly is because the Knights have been at the line
Returning for the Knights, Chloe Pollock.
A large amount. 20 trips, or excuse me, 20 shots at the line. This will be the 21st and 22nd. Middle Georgia State shooting about 66%, right at that 2/3 mark, as they're now 14 of 21. That sits above their season average of about 55. Warren with it, leads her team down, fires it down below, and Dede Cuevas finishes it off. Another great assist from Warren. I mean, just rifled it in there, and now she gets the steal on the other end. Tries to add another assist to her name, but it's poked free. William Carey will have the ball, but a good job from Chloe Pollock to get a hand on that one and make the Crusaders work for it. Warren, 4 assists on the day now. That one, another, has on the inbound, got it down low to Ladner. And again, just too easy for the Crusaders. They're now up 22. Pollock with it. Uses the screen, dribbles around traffic. Eventually back to the point and at the elbow with Raven. She tries to feed Hurd down low, and another foul comes in. And it will be 2 more shots at the line.
Crusaders foul number 12, Mia Doyle, her third. On the line, shooting 2, Layla Hurd.
Hurd, after starting 4 of 4, her last 4 just making 1. This one will rattle around and fall, though. 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock will be turned off for whoever is going to say gets this rebound, as that one rifled in there. Not Hurd's normal shooting form, but it still works out. She makes both on the trip, and it will be 1 possession here for the Crusaders. 10 seconds. Warren gets the command to explode towards the basket. She does so. She has to kick back out, swung around. Scher's gonna have to throw up a shot. It's wild and won't fall. So, the Crusaders in the 3rd quarter extend their lead. They double it up to 20. They now lead 60-40. We'll take a short break and be back for 4th quarter action. Welcome back to the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. I'm Joe Kopshow. As I normally do at the start of the 4th quarter when we have a doubleheader, I'm reminding you we have a doubleheader, so make sure to stick around right on this YouTube channel. We'll have the men's 2 teams facing off right after this game. Maybe not right after, give it 20 minutes or so, but we'll be right back for more action. And those two teams, storied rivals, and an interesting matchup ahead as the first offensive possession of the fourth quarter for the Knights ends in a turnover, and the Crusaders likely to slow things down for the rest of this period as they have the big lead. 12 seconds in the shot clock. Spot up shot won't fall, and a foul as Raven climbed the ladder to get the rebound. It is on the Crusaders, so Knights will stay in possession and inbound from under their own basket. Lowry, her first minutes in quite a while, as it was mostly the starting five for the entirety of the third quarter. India Johnson tries to give it off after crashing inside, but it's picked up by the Crusaders, and they'll eventually break the half line with Warren spotting up. The long two won't go. Offensive rebound brought in, hard dribble down, and eventually kicked out back to Warren. She'll explode into the paint, kick out, deep three won't go. But yet again, it's picked up by William Carey. And with the reset shot clock, the Crusaders won't hurry too fast until Warren crashes in, spins, and is able to hang it off the rim. And a bad inbound here as Hurd lost it in her hands. And the Crusaders will take it over. Hurd just lost the handle of it and tried to inbound it and then touched it again, and that's the turnover.
Returning for the Knights, Keanu Rollins and Security Johnson.
The Crusaders to inbound. Down low. Doyle, her first real minutes. She eventually gives it off to Sutton, who spots up and sinks it. 24-point game as the Crusaders up big. 8 minutes to go in this one. India Johnson slashes in, has to pull back out, but gets it down low to Hurd. Reverse layup, pretty. Not even sure that one touched the glass. Good angle, and it falls. As she adds to her good day, she now breaks double digits. She sits there with Zakiria Johnson and India Johnson in that category for the Knights. Sutton with it. Off to Randall. Randall spots up. Won't go. Offensive rebound gathered in. And William Carey will settle into their offense. It'll end with a back down from Cuevas, who is unable to finish but picks up the foul and will head to the line.
Nice foul number 25, Layla Hurd, her third. She's first. Going to the line, shooting two, Dede Cuevas.
And Dede Cuevas
Again for the Crusaders, number 4,
looking to add her 5th and 6th points of the game, as coming on, Anna Rose Engel gets her first minutes today. William Carey University, I mean, it's been all Corpus and Blakeney. Together they combined for well over 30 points. Respectively, they have 18 and 16. And both perhaps looking down at double-doubles. Zakiria Johnson gets fouled, and the crowd upset, but she'll head to the line for two. Johnson, the leading scorer for the Knights, looking to get up to 15. Just one away after making the first. And she makes both, so a good trip to the line for her as she sits at 15. Her season average right around 12, so another good performance from her on the day. As for William Carey, everything turning up green That three, not so, however, as Randall just hard off the back rim. McCray, a good dish to India Johnson. Zakiria Johnson will gather it in around the half line and throw it to Hurd. Jab step, won't work, and India Johnson will settle the offense. Point guard for the purple and white gives it off to Hurd, who freed open. She should kick out. She had an open man, but draws the foul.
Crusaders foul number 4, Hannah Rose Engel.
So another trip to the line for the Knights.
Shooting 2, Layla Hurd.
And it's back with Hurd, who, again, has done most of her damage from the charity stripe. She'll miss this one, but 7 of her 11 points have come off the foul. Make it 8 of 12, so 66% of her points from that spot, as we'll have a timeout on the floor. 21-point advantage for William Carey University. I'm Joe Copshow. Again, another reminder, after this game, about 20 minutes later, the two men's teams will face off. It should be a good one, so stick around for that. Stick around for the end of this game. We'll be right back. Just 6.5 minutes left in this one as the Crusaders travel up the floor. We'll see some different looks from them as a illegal screen called in on Dede Cuevas as she'll pick up, I believe, her 5th foul, which means her day is done. And head coach Tracy English not happy with the call as he loses one of his forwards. There is now 6 players on the court as Cuevas returned to the floor. And now chaos breaks out as everyone tries to explain Cuevas has 5 fouls. Should not be on the floor. As everyone will discuss at the scorer's table. As this is discussed, we'll take a short break and be back with the... Well, actually, it seems like it's been discussed rather quickly. The substitution will be made. Cuevas is off the floor. The Knights will inbound. And I'm frankly surprised no technical foul was called on William Carey because the decision to keep Cuevas in was intentional. Hurd crashes in, gets it to go off the foul. One of the better plays on offense for Middle Georgia State as Hurd got hacked and was able to finish tough off the glass. Hurd, Again at the line, this time converting. And the Knights building momentum, something you certainly want to do towards an end of a game, even if it feels out of hand. You never know in college basketball. Couple turnovers, couple things your way, and you're right back in the game. It all starts with good defensive possessions. That one of them. As Ladner tried to go for the reverse layup, it was sent back and eventually off her in Knights' possession. And now a chance at perhaps a 5-point, 6-point swing. Rollins will try it. Her offhand floater, no good as it's sent right back. And now running the floor, Randall. Long three won't go and out of bounds. It's a push on Zakiria Johnson, and that's 5 on her.
Next foul number 23, Zakiria Johnson. Her fifth, team second.
So Zakiria Johnson's day is done. So
Returning for the Knights.
a loss on both sides. As that one another interesting call. This pass down low, eventually picked up by Sutton. And now another foul comes in. And again, unsure on who it is, and it is on the Knights. So Crusaders get a reset shot clock of 20 seconds, and this game turning into chaos, and chaos on the inbound picked up by Hurd. She'll run the floor. She loses her handle and gets hacked hard. And Hurd laughs to herself a little bit as she knows she had a wide open layup that she lost advantage of, but we'll get to head to the line and try and get it back the old-fashioned way. Her first off the side of the rim. And Hurd takes a couple dribbles, goes up with the second, which is good. And the Knights closing in on 50 as they trail by 17. 5 minutes just about left in this fourth quarter. Ball with Seals. She gets it down low. The mismatch of Engel. She kicks back out. And a three-pointer goes. Fans not exactly happy with Engel's decision to kick out when she had an open layup, but it works. Three's bigger than 2, and the Crusaders up by 20. To the corner, Hurd with it. Jab step, crashes into the defense and has to earn a tie-up, and we'll see if it's a foul or a tie-up. It's a foul. So Hurd thought she earned at least a jump ball. Instead, it'll be clean possession from the Crusaders with no switch of the arrow. .20 game here. Randall with it. To the corner, spot up 3. The forward trying to do it. It hits every part of the rim, won't go in. Second chance won't fall, and a foul on William Carey as McCrae gathered in the rebound. Engel, the 6-foot redshirt freshman forward from the corner. Not a shot you see too early in the shot clock often, but almost cashed, and then the chaos creates a trip to the line for McCrae. Of course, the foul was on the other side of the court on the rebound, but since the Knights are in the bonus, they get 2 shots, no 1-and-1. With the first made free throw from McCrae, the Knights have broken 50. A good scoring mark for them, and that's 51. Their season average around 53. So looking to get to that mark and surpass it and point to some good offense today as something to build on. That was a double dribble, picked up, 3-point shot won't go. It'll roll out of bounds off a Knight and stay with the Crusaders. As Sutton will receive it off the inbound, give it off to the new point guard, Randall, who will see the majority of the minutes down the stretch here. The entry pass to the paint is picked off and will eventually be a tie-up, as possession arrow in favor of the Crusaders. They will keep it. Beneficial for the Knights, and the reason that the Knights get to sit on defense now with just 7 seconds to defend. They're able to cause a turnover, stolen away by Rollins. Creative dribbling allows her to break away from some Crusaders, and now she's got the one-on-one. She'll pass it up, as it'll be with India Johnson, who has the same advantage. She'll take it. The shot, good. Stop and pop. Sutton giving her space. India Johnson takes advantage and matches the season average of these Knights on offense. Ladner crashing in, kicks out, fakes the long two, floater baseline, goes for Randall. As the point guard shows off late in this game as William Carey breaks 70. Pollock with it, gives it off to Rollins. She's got space. She'll attack the paint in the basket. It kisses off the front rim and out, and now running the floor, Randall. She's got space. She kicks it out to Sutton. India Johnson picks up the charge as Randall left her feet. Not what you want to do in that situation. A good, smart play by Johnson to set up right in that lane, read the play, and pick up that foul.
And number 11, Gabby Gallo.
Just 3 minutes left here in our first matchup in Cochran, Georgia and Morris Gymnasium. Pollock with it. She sets a screen. No switch, as sinking under it was Engel. Rollins gets some space, able to get her own rebound after her first shot off the front rim. India Johnson spots up for three, won't go. Hurd goes over the back to try and grab a rebound. And I believe the foul is going to be holding, as it is Hurd heading to the line. Again, Hurd has had a busy day from the charity stripe. This is her 16th and 17th shots.
Box out, guys. Box out.
She'll miss her 16th. And now with Zakiria Johnson being out, of course, Hurd has been able to add on some baskets. And that, with her 17th point, has her in the highest scorer for the Knights. On the Crusader side, it's still Corpus with 18 and Blakeney with 16. Of course, they haven't seen the floor in quite a while, as some of the deeper bench rotations come in for William Carey University. So perhaps Hurd, with a little bit of success, could end up today's highest point scorer. India Johnson manning up. Randall gives it off and gets it right back, crashing to the rim and laying it in for two. Continues her good day as the new starting point guard late in this game. India Johnson slashes in, draws the foul. India Johnson, 13 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Even a block to her total, so a good stat line for her today as well.
Hey, y'all, box out here.
On the season, India Johnson missed some time with an injury, but averages about 8 points. And well over that mark today, approaching doubling it as she sits at 15. 2-minute warning here at the Morris Gymnasium as this one approaching its end. Right now, if everything were to stand, William Carey University would stay undefeated, move to 18-0, an incredible start to a season. Meanwhile, Middle Georgia State would fall to 1-12 and 1-8 in conference. And need to get something going late in this season and get some success. 90 seconds remain. India Johnson again slashing in, loses possession of the ball, tries to save it, but her foot hits the line. So it'll be Crusaders' ball. Just another reminder, right here on this YouTube channel, in about 25 minutes, the two men's teams will play in what is set to be a great game, so make sure to stay tuned. Offensive rebound put right back in by Engel. Good positioning, the 6 foot forward. Able to put her first 2 points on the board. Rollins cuts in. She gets some room, but again loses her handle. It looked like a Crusader poked it out. And it'll be an inbound for India Johnson. 60 seconds left in this one. To Rollins. She got some space. She'll pass it up to India Johnson. Hurd sets the screen, crashes to the basket. Hurd gets blocked, but puts it right back up. And now Hurd is the leading scorer in this game with 19 points. India Johnson gets the steal. McCray running the floor. She's got space. Her layup, good. And the Knights have hit 60 points, a mark that they like. And this will likely start to close us out. Shot clock still on, a difference of about 5 with the game clock. Down low, basket made, good entry pass, and Seals finishes it off. And we'll see if the Knights sit on this one to end our game. McCray gets wide open down low. Knights have to take that one as she adds to her day. But this possession will end it for us. 5 seconds left in this one. It's poked out of bounds, so we'll have to continue playing here just for a little bit longer, as almost everyone was ready to head off the floor. 4.1 seconds. And ball overhead. Buzzer blows, and we are done in the first game here today. Final score, your Middle Georgia State University Knights fall to the visiting William Carey University Crusaders, 77-62. I've been Joe Kopshow. Thank you so much for watching today's broadcast. We'll see you back here in just about 25 minutes for some more action. It'll be the two men's teams as we see part 2